host Israel Picasso. We tuning live from St. Louis, Missouri. Today's guest is Reggie Wright Jr. Can you tell them the people that don't know you that's on my channel that might be from the younger generation who you are and what you represent?
All right, all right. Well, I'm the former head of security for Death Row Records, and also ran the company from 1997 till 2002. And then I currently, well, I was doing some work for E1 Entertainment, formerly known as Koch, up until about 2018. Currently have a work on a YouTube channel called Bound First, where I give daily updates on things that was going around in the life of Tupac, Death Row, and Suge Knight in the '96 the '90s era of hip hop. Right?
Okay. Okay. Now this is like your third time coming on the show. So we're gonna pick up sort of what we left off at. Okay.
Okay.
Now we got Tupac gets killed, Suge Knight is in prison, Snoop Dogg gains death row. Did you ever think that would happen?
Well, not at the time, but after Tupac got murdered and Suge went to prison, Snoop Dogg really wanted to be involved on the management side of the record company, and Suge didn't think he was ready for that position. Which it seemed that he might have been kind of accurate because we know all the drama he had when he had his own label with Doghouse Records with TNT, when he had Doggy Angels and Trey D and LBC Crew and all of them. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, so the
so
Dog Pound, what was your relationship with them and Snoop? Like back then?
well, it was cool. Everybody I was mainly one of Suge guy, and just like in every organization or you have what you call cliques,
Yeah.
and we were cliquish. Dog Pound had their own people. Tupac had their own people. And Dr. Dre had his own people. Hammer had his own squad. And then, of course, Suge had his own people. But, just have like you have distant cousins or people like that. You still all cool. And you go to the family reunion, everybody good.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. So can you talk about how the Dog Pound had the record that the world know Tupac for now today as You Can't See Me? Can you talk about that? How Tupac got that record from the Dog Pound?
Yeah, yeah. If you go on the Bomb First website, you'll see that that John recently put up a verse with the Dog Pound version. But one thing about Death Row, when you came around, it's like batter up. Who's next? Who's about to come out? And you just put out the best songs, and you give that artist the best particular songs that you feel you had better ha- had at that time. And that was one of Dad's good beats and good productions. And it was Tupac's turn, and Dog Pound that just came out. If you really know this, if you're really a historian of it, you will see that originally on the Dog Pound artwork and everything, that song was on there with Das and Corrupt. But what most people don't know is Death Row went into another marketing tool where they wanted to say everything that was on the Dog Pound was produced by Das.
Mm,
And that's why I believe that version that was done by Dre wasn't put on Dog Pound album because they wanted to put out everything produced by Das on that particular album, even though
okay.
Dre did mix it down. So that's something that a
So
lot of people don't know.
okay. Now we're gonna move on to the next question. Now, can you talk about how Corrupt speaks on Dash not getting respect for producing the record Ambitions as a rider? How many records did Dash produce that he didn't get credit for?
Um, I don't know, but as we all know, that ain't nothing but a Pee Wee Herman beat. So,
Right, 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 right.
yeah, but I know it's hard to make a sample and all of that, but I don't know. I don't who got credit. I don't know. I can't
Right,
go back right now without looking on the back of a CD and tell who got credit for an album. So if Dash didn't get credit, I don't know who took it, if Drake took it or what. But ain't nobody got paid off of it because whoever produces the original Pee Wee Herman song is the one that make the money.
right.
the
So
producer on that.
did, did Dash and other artists feel like they had to take the back burner when Tupac got out of jail?
Well, Dad's and them, I don't know how. Dad's and them album that just came out. Tupac came home October 1995. Dad's album came out October 31st. And so that means that the prior 3 to 4 months prior to that, Tupac even being on death row or coming to death row, they were preparing for their album to come out. And so you wouldn't expect Daz and them was far away from being next in line for an album coming out once Pac came there. Pac was only with us for 11 months. Their album came out, like I said, October the 31st, 1995. Tupac didn't come to death row or come home to prison until October the 12th, 1995.
Right, right. So Dash Dillon just said he told Tupac not to let this gang banging get in between us. Is that accurate? And was Tupac banging as well?
Just like me and you had a conversation before we came on there. How can I say what another man, how can anybody come and say what me and I love hip hop talked about, if I wasn't there? So that, anybody can say something. I could say, I told I love hip hop to do this, I did that. If you're no
Right,
longer with us, so it's hard to say if it's true or not. Uh, I don't believe it, but it could be, but it was. I'm sure it wasn't said like that. But it's easy to sit back and Monday back quarterback. I know Pete Carroll still to the day wish he would have ran the ball and not thrown the ball in that Super Bowl, right?
right.
It's easy to sit back and say, I wish I could have, would have, should have. Yeah.
So
I ain't hear a word you saying. You got to repeat that because I can't hear you. Big dog. I didn't hear a word you said. I didn't hear a word you said, bro. Yeah.
yeah, your screen broke up too.
I- Okay, I can hear you now. Okay. Okay. Can't hear you, dog.
Yeah, hello.
Okay, I can hear you now. You going in and out like you said. I was chopped up. That's how you was looking, but I can see you now. Yeah.
Okay, I said so after Snoop announced on the Angie Martinez show that he was cool with Biggie and Puffy. Is that when the Dog Pound and Snoop kind of parted ways with Tupac, like for us like got friction with Tupac and the Outlaws and shit?
Well, the dog pound wasn't even out there. Uh, Snoop and Snoop was out there pretty much by himself. Um,
Okay.
so it probably was a little friction prior to that, not much, but that's when Tupac turned to give Snoop when he felt that now he done announced to the world that we're not family, and because now he done put it out there. Brothers always have fights among themselves, but until they go public, then that's when people be like, okay, now it's bad. And so that's I think what Pac felt once it went public and people knew, then that's when he knew, okay, this got to be addressed now.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So did you ever hear Snoop Dogg diss Biggie?
Not publicly other than seeing him well of course the song that we heard that we have where he, called him a dead eye, um, and all of that on that diss song. But Fat Black King Rap, Dead Eye, something like that. Um, but the way he was laughing on the stage at the House of Blues, in my mind, is a diss. When Tupac was talking about what he did to Faith and all of that, and he's standing on the side of the stage laughing, in my mind, that's a diss. So I would
So
say yes.
What was the reason you think Biggie was murdered?
Retaliation.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Retaliation. So okay, Biggie dies, Pac dies, Suge in jail, Jay Z and Puffy moves to the West Coast allegedly. Did they always have homes in California?
That's later. That's after Suge gone,
So
Suge broke,
so right,
bankruptcy.
right, right. So what like was it like oh you feel like some people say it was like playing like that way, or they feel like it was playing like to get all of them out the way so they can, try to
That's too deep. Nobody think that far
this
ahead. They
this is just a question from the fans. This ain't my
Yeah, yeah. I
opinion.
said
This,
that's too
yeah,
deep. I said that's too deep. Nobody thinking
yeah,
that far in advance. To think things gonna
right,
play out like that. Uh, People you start feeling more comfortable and more comfortable later on over the years. Trust me, in 97, 98, they wasn't coming out chilling like that. On If they were coming out there, they were hiding and being low key. So and us going to the East Coast the same way.
right.
Yeah.
Is it true that Jay-Z got robbed in California allegedly?
Yes. Got tied up on an elevator. Yes.
Damn, you don't. I
But
mean,
he ain't the only one. Dudes from the Sonics, shit. Michael Jackson, shit, Shaq, shit, everybody. Jazzy Fab. Shit. I was
mm,
going down. It was Wild Wild West. Everybody was wearing no diamond out Rolexes and stuff. Then people walking
right.
around with $50,000, $100,000 on their wrist. Yeah. So,
So,
but everybody was wearing that iced out watches.
right, 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 right. Why did Suge Knight leave the hospital so fast after Tupac was killed?
He was all right. Just had a graze, like a stab, a slash in the head. He was mad. He wanted to get out. He wanted to start his own investigation,
Right,
or whatever. But he wouldn't be in the hospital. First, you kind of
uh,
sit and duck. Nobody knows what's going on after something like that happens.
right.
You know where it's coming from. Take the time to figure it out. Yeah,
Okay,
all
so
the people up here. He was conscious. He wasn't that bad. He was blessed. God had his hand on him today.
right,
It
right.
wasn't. It wasn't his time.
So Tupac's murder. Uh, Chris Curl says that Suge Knight knows who killed Tupac. Why would he
That's
say
his,
that?
that's his opinion. Everybody would think that you saw somebody. Somebody ride up on you right now and start shooting in the car while you sitting there in your car.
Right,
And
right,
when the
right,
cop
right,
come, they gonna say, "Oh, he saw him. You ain't saw shit. You over here looking at me. You
right,
you up here talking to me." But you gonna think that, hey, somebody just pulled right up next to you and shot you. Now, I tell you in that situation, and I'm not saying even if you are in that situation or have been in that situation, if you wasn't there, you ain't got no camera, you can't tell what somebody saw or what they didn't see, especially when it's
right,
dark. When it's dark, man, everybody looks scary. And when those bullets start ringing, let somebody right now just start shooting. What the fuck you gonna do right now with your head looking straight ahead at me? Right now, somebody just came in and started shooting. Your ass gonna
right,
start trying to hit the ground, trying to duck.
right,
You ain't
right,
gonna be turning around looking back and reaching for your gun. Now, after all of that, then if you got something sitting up under your lap or whatever, you're gonna go to it. But your immediate reaction is going to be the duck.
right. That's real. That's real. So did did Keefe D house get raided? And did they find bullets connected to Tupac's murder from 30 years ago?
Man, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard. For people to even believe that,
Okay.
you know, goddamn. I mean, what? There's only one 40 caliber gun or one stuff. Only 40 calibers within 1996. I mean, it was everybody still carry 40 calibers. You know, so why
Right,
can't CPD go out and buy another 40 caliber? Why wouldn't he have a 40 caliber in his possession right now? That's the most
right,
popular gun still in my mind. 9 meters, you get more. Only reason you carry a 9 millimeter is because you can get more rounds in it. 40s give you a little bit more pop.
Yeah, yeah.
45 give you a little bit more pop, but you don't got that many bullets in it.
Right, right.
So 49, you can get a lot of bullets, not as much pop. 40, you get a good pop, a good amount of bullets. 45, you get a good pop, less bullets. I prefer 40. Most cops now carry 40s in their holsters. 40 is the
Mm,
most popular gun.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
Now
So,
you want some real pop, you get a 50 caliber and all that, but the only plan to shoot 5, 6 times. Motherfuckers want to be able to shoot 14, 18 times.
right, right.
They're
They want to be
40.
able to get up out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you recently said that Snoop Dogg doesn't own Death Row. So who own it?
It's a hedge fund called MNRK. MNRK hedge
Okay.
fund. A guy named Chris Taylor that used to run E1 Entertainment that's over that hedge fund. So it's a group of
So is it
people.
the
If you know
reason
anything
why they
about it,
made Snoop say that he owned it?
they didn't make him say it. That was just the strategy. They don't care. People that's
Right.
about
It's a
money,
marketing
these,
strategy.
these old white men don't give a fuck about saying that they own a rap label or death row or anything like that. They just want you to bring whoever's in charge of that company, you meet your quarterly projections. You said
Right.
if I give you $1 million, you can give me $1,300,000 back. That's all they care about is
Yeah.
perform to what you promised me you gonna perform each quarter because I gave you this money. I don't care if you're being the white rich white man don't care about I'm the boss, I'm the CEO. That's us black people that care about names. I mean there's some white folks like that too, but rich old people like that with money like that, they just want their investment, return on their investment.
Hmm.
What you told me. If you overperform, great. If you underperform, okay. Maybe I'll give you a chance one more time. But I ain't gonna give you too many years without underperforming. And you coming out
Right.
with a Mexican mariachi band, good luck.
Right. 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 So Tupac and P. Diddy gay Illuminati party, true or false?
I don't know nothing about them. I can't tell you what a Homali, what y'all call it? A Lamini party is. I ain't never heard of one.
Right, right.
I don't know what that shit is. I don't believe in
If that's the
conspiracy
case, I'm
shit.
in the Illuminati. You
Exactly.
know?
I don't know
That's
what it is. I never studied it, never heard it. I don't know about that shit.
so all right. Now we talking about Keefe D again. We back at him, man. So do you think he gonna get charged? Like as far as like because he never was charged, and people were saying the reason why he didn't get charged is because Tupac's still alive.
Yeah, okay, that's idiotic to me. Why would Tupac be hiding? For those of y'all that's saying that he's still alive, you're not a Tupac fan. You's a you think Tupac is a bitch because that's what you're calling the man by saying he's still alive. To be running for 27, 28 years from anybody, the United States government, a fucking 2 year case, anything. If you're running for that for 30 years, 28 years, you's a bitch in my mind. So if
You
he
know,
is running, and
they think, the fans think it was like some type of secret group trying to come kill and assassinate Tupac
okay,
because of his
well then you
lineage.
eliminate it. You go and clear
Huh?
your name. You get that worked out in 30
Right,
years.
but you got to think they saying like the fans they going from the perspective of they didn't damn near wiped out the whole Black Panther party, and
Okay,
he that's where his bloodline come from.
okay. Then you go and work it out, make it happen. You pop up, you go somewhere where they can't come and say, "Hey, here I am, motherfuckers, come and get me."
Right,
You
right,
can't be
right.
that quiet.
That's real.
You go and
That's
hire
real.
your army and and be like, "Okay, where y'all at? Fuck y'all. This is where I'm at. Come and get me,
Right,
motherfucker."
right. So, hey, but did Tupac have a body double in Butter Rim though?
Well, I don't know. That was before our time, so I don't know. He went on
Mm.
death row at that time.
Okay, now we back on death row. So was it FBI agents assigned to Tupac on death row?
Y'all don't listen to Bomb first. I told y'all what he was. He's a fucking informant, a snitch, a nigga that
Okay.
catch a case, nigga that's cross street from right now, go catch a case and say, hey, I can
And
tell you,
what was the
I
informant
love.
name?
His name was Kevin Hackey.
Kevin Hackey. Okay. Tupac. Okay. 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 So you said Snoop only owns merch and artists. So why you always throwing shade at Snoop? And why did you mention Snoopy Badass too? Like what's going on with that?
Niggas don't tap the people I fuck with, or me, or or try to rewrite history. I fuck with Chuck Knight. I fuck with Mob James, James McDonald, and all of that. Don't You don't get no freebies. What type of nigga are you if you let niggas that you fuck with getting blasted on by other niggas that can't really defend themselves or whatever?
Right.
Oh, you didn't say nothing about me, so it's okay. Not with me. How can I say you fuck with me or fuck with somebody and you ain't gonna do nothing for me? I don't need no friend like that. I don't want no friend like that.
That's real. Random question from the fans. What's your take on Adam 22? And what do you think about him mentioning you on No Jumper?
That was just content. I ain't got no problem with that. That nigga want his wife getting fucked on, that's on him. Who am I to say what they can
Right.
do while they get down? I just don't
Right.
like I just don't like the people thinking making it accessible. Just like every fucking TV show we got going on right now have motherfucking homosexuals in it. That's what we're gonna start having now. Every TV show now gotta have some swingers in it now. I
Yeah.
don't want my kids growing up like that, thinking that's accessible. You
Right.
make stuff normal. You make something normal, then it becomes normal, and they think it's okay. You know,
Respect.
you know,
Respect.
Well, you remember we used to get free air and free water and stuff. Now we got to pay for stuff. You make people start having to do something, you guys don't know about free air and free water. Y'all always thought it was something because that's what y'all got to do. So they keep putting faggots in pictures or and swingers and all of that in shows and stuff. We start thinking, oh, it's okay. It ain't no problem. Oh, it's a
Mhm.
problem. That's the only reason God flooded the world. He ended the world when he found out that people was out there having
You
sex
right.
with men and all of
Right.
that stuff. That pissed him off. Said,
Sodom and
oh, hold
Gomorrah.
on. You know?
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Exactly. So that's why I have a problem with stuff like that. But if that's what you want to do, that's you. But you ain't gonna have no big platform or having people where just putting it in our face. I think it's wrong. What
Right.
you
Right.
doing at home, doing in the bed or whatever with your girl and your wife, that's y'all business. But when you're going out there, start putting it out there, then I feel obligated to say, hey, that ain't normal. That ain't right. I,
Hmm.
it may not touch somebody. If I say one person to say, oh, maybe that ain't right. That ain't cool. That's why I speak on shit like that.
Okay. Is it
But if
true
you keep it,
Keefy D will be
if you
getting
keep it to
arrested?
yourself, if you keep
No,
it to
go ahead. Go
yourself and
ahead.
don't put it in our face, you'll never hear me say nothing about it.
Type shit. Now, the next question I have, is it true Keefy D will be getting arrested for Tupac's murder, on Tupac, death of his anniversary?
That would be a great gift to us. I don't think nobody know, but I can honestly tell you this: a grand jury is taking questions and answers from people right now. Whether the grand jury comes back with an indictment, who knows? But the U.S. the DA of Nevada, Las Vegas, is making every attempt for an indictment to come down.
Okay, okay. And how did you find out Boosie had took a plea deal?
An anonymous informant called and told me. That's on YouTube that I talked to.
Wow, wow. So he just randomly out the blue just called you like, yeah, Boosie just took a
Well,
plea.
I talked to
Yeah,
about 20 different. I talked to people that's building their channel like yourself, and I talked to
yeah,
people that have big channels, and I talk to everybody. If anybody know me, I'm very accessible. I ain't no
yeah,
Hollywood ass nigga, you know.
yeah,
There's Hollywood ass niggas out there that you couldn't get to pay to save your life. If you had
that's real.
$100,000 for them, for me, you ain't gotta have no money. I ever asked you for a penny, you know. I ain't got no money. You know, my point is, I do this for people that's out there trying to do it. I talk to everybody.
Yeah,
Most niggas. Only talk to motherfuckers when they want something.
That's
So,
real. That's real. Where can the fans find Bomb First merch?
at the bottom of the um, Facebook page on the bomb first. Anything that come out there, you can go to it and get it. It's in the comment sections of a lot of our videos, but definitely on our Facebook page, right underneath it's tagged, and you can go there and get it and purchase it. Definitely these t-shirts as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about Drake's purchase of $1 million ring of Tupac Shakur?
Got a video probably be coming out tomorrow about that. I don't have a problem with it. Hey, he's one of the last of the fans of I think of our era. You know, people in your age bracket, maybe a little younger, they maybe be more interested in the people like NBA young boy and people like that, or maybe Drake and stuff like that. I think Drake grew up liking and loving and liking Tupac music, and that's one of his heroes. Just like me, I personally like Michael Jordan's and Kobe Bryant's and stuff. And so you buy what you can afford, and that's what he likes. I have no problem with it. I think it's great that he's into Tupac like that.
How did you like the 50-year hip hop tribute?
Didn't like it at all. I liked it, but I just think West Coast could have, and St. Louis and the Midwest and all of that could have been represented a little bit better. I think it was a South, it was a South and a East Coast show. If you ask me, I'm keeping it real. South on current, East Coast on the beginning. Where did the West and the Midwest fit in? Don't remember if Nelly was in it. Was Nelly and the Lunatics there?
I didn't even get a chance to watch it, to be honest.
Okay.
I was busy working, man. I was working, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I always
And that was
considered Nelly. I always consider St. Louis West Coast anyway, so I wouldn't put them on the West.
yeah, yeah.
Even though I know y'all Midwest, but I would have said that. So I'm pretty sure he didn't. But when you just only have Warren G, Yo Yo, and I think E40 represented, there's a lot of people missing in my mind.
When Snoop though,
Nope.
Snoop wasn't there at the.
But
He
then,
didn't make it to the Yankee Stadium at all.
Yankee Stadium.
What happened at the Yankee Stadium?
I don't know. The one I was talking about was the BET one. Maybe I'm talking about the
No,
wrong
I'm
one.
talking about. No, I'm talking about the what at the Yankee Stadium. What they did at for the 50
Oh,
years of hip hop.
oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
You ain't see that?
I was talking about the one the BET did. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Cause I said, yeah, Snoop, they was playing West Coast music and everything.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I missed that one. I missed that
yeah,
one
they
then.
yeah they started off playing everything West Coast.
Okay, maybe
Yeah,
they
yeah,
heard me talk shit about the BET one.
probably so. Yeah, they had all West Coast shit going on. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, shout out. I didn't see that one. I
Uh
have to
huh.
check that out.
Yeah, yeah. Cause they had I had seen MC Shan and Snoop together and shit.
Okay, well, shout out.
Yeah, yeah. And that was gonna ask you, did you ever listen to any East Coast rappers like during the birth of hip hop, like growing up?
EPMD was one of the first best albums I listened to. Of course, Ghetto Boys was one of my favorite ones in my era. I know those not the first ones, but that's when I got into it.
Yeah.
But EPMD, Eric B, I was big into uh, a little bit of Ron DMC and them when they, once they went commercialized. Uh, but yeah, I listened to it. I got more deeper involved into it with the gangster rap at the NWA and what Ice T was doing and then of course Ice Cube. I always loved Ice Cube. And then of course Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre took it over the hump to me. Um, I love the Flip. I love Little Boys. I'll say that again. Um, and people like that. So yeah, well, I listen to all coast for the majority. Wasn't a major big hit until probably '93 or '94. But prior to that, yeah, I dibbled and dabbled, but not like I did '94, '95. I can tell you about everybody after '94, '95, '96.
Okay. Okay.
DMX is still in my mind one of the top hip hop artists ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Believe
Rest up
he saved.
DMX.
Yeah, I believe he saved hip hop in the '90s, in the late '90s.
Yeah, I believe so too, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, man, who was some of the artists that was on Death Row East?
Well, nobody, because we never really
I'm
got up
saying
and going.
that was supposed to be on Death Row East.
The first one's gonna be Craig Mack.
Okay.
Craig Mack was, matter of fact, the night that Tupac got shot. Craig Mack was the performing at the club that night, and he was going to be signed in the Death Row East that night.
Uh,
Uh,
okay.
Flavor in your ear. Don't
Yeah, yeah.
don't.
For real, for real. So you got any sponsors, anybody you working with right now?
No. Just you know, just
Oh,
doing our thing
sponsor.
with Bomb first.
Yeah, okay. And when can the fans expect, when you say you dropping them more?
I drop one every day, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on
Okay,
Bomb first. Yep.
okay. And where can they find you on Instagram?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I said where can they find you on Instagram?
Oh, Reggie Wright, I guess. Reggie Wright Jr. I don't know. You see how I had a hard time getting to you, so I think it's Reggie Wright Jr.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out Reggie Wright Jr., man. Bond First Death Row Records, man. This is another episode of When I Fell in Love with Hip Hop. I'm your show host, Israel Picasso. We tuning live from St. Louis, Missouri. We out here. Peace.
Peace. All right. Yes, sir. Cool.